Good morning, traders. Okay, what I'm going to do today is give you a Jasmy update in lieu of my daily updates, which don't happen every day. But I'm getting so many requests for an update on Jasmy, I figured I'd bring you guys one. All right, let us zoom into our chart here real quick, and I'll show you what's going on. Currently, we're sitting right on this 3.9 cents level, very precariously. And why do I see very precariously? Because Coinbase doesn't actually have any historical data below this point. What I actually did, guys, and I'll jump over there real quick, is I pulled up another chart that has more data. Oops, saw it there for a second. Bittrex, I believe it was. Yep. All right, and you can see here that there's a little bit more history for us to go by, and I printed a level here at almost exactly 2.9 cents on Jasmy, and then I ported that level over to our chart on Coinbase. All right, so we know exactly what we're looking at. So if we drop, we would potentially go down to 2.9 cents. Do I think we're going to drop? I really don't know. I think, obviously we've seen a lot of bullish price action with our leaders in the crypto space, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And it's looking good. Some of the larger caps and some of the smaller cap cryptos have also popped. And in fact, look at IOTX here, guys, right above us, up 25% today. Also an IoT crypto. All right, maybe this is actually a better investment. Not right now, but you can see that we have popped almost 100% in the last few days. So maybe Jasmy's to follow. I'm not sure, but I have read, and I think some of you guys informed me that IOTX, which is also an IoT crypto platform, has a much higher transaction throughput than Jasmy. I don't quite know what it is about Jasmy and why it's such a hot coin. Everybody loves it. Maybe some of my subscribers, you guys can educate me in that area. But regardless of the technology, I'm a trader. I don't really pay attention as much to the underlying fundamentals. If I think it's a good setup for a trade, I'll let you guys know, especially my free subscribers here, because this is the coin that we like to trade. And you can see here that I do have a good winning record so far, 5 for 6 winning record. And with 2 of these trades almost being 100%, my very first video, you can look this up. I recommend it at around 5 cents. We popped all the way to 11 cents. So that was, 100% gain. And then I did not catch this move here. I have that printed out. I'm very honest about that. I missed the move all the way from 11 cents up to 34 cents. So triple your money if you were in that. Congratulations. Hopefully you took profit. I know a lot of you did not, because I keep getting my subscribers letting me know how deep in the red you are on this one, still holding the bag. All right, so that's why, and this is a prime example of why I trade these coins. Volatility can benefit you if you know how to trade it. I don't want to be hanging on to this one. I just don't know, how sustainable it is. That being said, morning coffee, sorry about that. We have another trade here that I almost got 100% on, more like 80% here. Then my first loss came, 2 out of 3 is where I marked it here. Small loss, but still a loss. I have to count it just for transparency. Had another win here, another win here, and a very small win here. Now you all are asking me, well, where is Jasmy going to go from this point? I really don't know, guys. I am going to put out a video I like to put out videos on this coin when I think there's potential. And quite honestly, we are in this triangle here that comes all the way back from December. And we still have some time in this triangle. See this? I'm highlighting this. We still have till end of February before we actually are squeezed to a point where the market has to make a decision. And so there is some time left on this. Now, let me point out a couple of positive things that I am seeing. Number one, that 3.9 cents seems to be holding. That support seems to be holding. That's a good sign. The other thing is the RSI indicates we have been in oversold territory for quite some time, for like 2 weeks. Doesn't often happen that crypto is in that kind of territory for that long. And so that being said, Jasmy is really due for a pop soon. Would I enter here? No, not really. Because of my overall sentiment at this point. Like if I jump over to the Bitcoin chart and show you what I'm looking at, you know, we're still under this major, very significant blue ascending line of resistance. And I've said to all of my viewers, I'm not really bullish until we're up in this territory. And obviously I want to see us get over that 200-day moving average up here. But really, this is my line in the sand. If we can get above that blue ascending line, that's where I really start to become bullish crypto again. And obviously I'm still leaning bullish because I have been positioned long during this whole drawback, all right? Just jumping around from coin to coin, collecting my 10% profits, moving to another coin with a great setup. And my subscribers know this. This is how I've played this downtrend. We just keep jumping from coin to coin with a good setup, taking our 10% pump profits, sometimes 15%. And in that way, we can minimize the losses that have been incurred since November, really, of last year. And some of the altcoins have been down as much as 80%. And personally, in my portfolio right now, I'm down about 25%. So that's a lot less of a loss. And the reason why I'm positioned long and not short is because I want to make sure that the tickets to the moon are in my back pocket, because I do believe we are still bullish above this black ascending trend line. If you've watched my updates, you've heard me say this many times. And I want to be positioned long for when we get that surprise takeoff. And I do believe that time is coming. All right, so anyways, I point out this chart because Bitcoin obviously is the lead dog. And it dictates what Jasmy and the rest of the altcoin space is actually going to do. All right, so we have to be careful there because Bitcoin has hit its head on that blue line of resistance, and I don't know, could it pull back? Maybe, and if it does, that will affect the price of Jasmy. Jasmy could actually drop down to the 2.9 cents mark. So I'm not going to put a green arrow here, guys, because I wouldn't go into this trade myself, and I would never say, if you know, I'm not just going to put out videos just to get views. I'm putting out this video because so many of you have asked for these updates, and you're subscribed to my channel just for these updates. So I want to make sure that I provide the content that you're looking for. Now, I will say this. Obviously, you're right on this 3.9 cents line. And I've already said, if you go down, you're going all the way to the 2.9 cents mark. And then you could remain in this triangle here. If I were to draw that triangle out a little bit further, let's just go ahead and do that. Down to the 2.9 cents mark. Then that extends this triangle all the way through March, actually. And that's something to take note of. So personally, I want to wait a little bit more. I want to see either confirmation on the top side of this descending triangle, or I want to see a squeezed closer to the end, to the top line here by mid-February. Now, around this time frame, if we're still above 3.9 cents, that's a very good sign. If the RSI is still in oversold territory, that's a very good sign that a pump is due. But until then, I think it's just a matter of waiting till you have a good setup and a good entry, and I personally don't see that here. Now, I will say that if we get that, and we very much could, like there's not a lot of indication that something's going to happen other than what the rest of the altcoins are doing. Perfect example, IOTX. Right now it's up 30%. Same kind of crypto. It's an IoT crypto. And I mean, this thing has just been pumping massively. So if Jasmy follows in IOTX's footsteps, then we could see a pump soon. And if we see a pump soon, I think we'll go all the way up to the 5 cents mark, which is actually around 50%, believe it or not, from where we currently are. And then we hit that resistance, come back down, retest the top of our triangle before proceeding further up. So that's kind of the way that I see this thing going. And again, until we get closer to the top side of this descending triangle here, I'm not going to feel comfortable saying, well, I would enter here or not. I just don't think this looks like a good area for entry, and I could be wrong. Again, this is a gamble. This is one of those you take a coin and flip it and say, hey, I think Jasmy is going to go up, and you're taking a gamble. It's a 50-50 gamble to enter in this area. But all that to say, I'm not putting my green arrow on this one. I'll let you know in the future if that looks more like a possibility. I have put out short videos on my social media channel, YouTube. YouTube accepts those shorts, and so if you're subscribed there, I think I put a short on Jasmy on Saturday evening. I think it was 42 seconds. And so you want to subscribe, and it always goes to Substack as well. So if you're not subscribed at Substack, then go ahead and jump over to my YouTube channel and hit that bell notification, and you'll get any alerts that I have on Jasmy there as well.